Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Great Awakening Generator. I am your host, Rose McNair, and of course, co-hosting this Words of the Light series is Claudia Tidgens.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Yes, so I hope you've all had a wonderful week, feeling quite energized with all the energies that are going on, but also with what we're putting out there. We hope that we're making a difference and contributing to your journey to yourself.
Of course, it's got to be a reason behind it, right?
It's got to be a reason behind it. And, of course, the recordings are timeless. Whenever you find it, it's whenever that is necessary for you. So there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, Claudia, any thoughts you have today before I go to what I've been guided to do for this session?
I'm looking forward what you've got to say.
Great. Wonderful. Thank you for that.
Because we weren't sure which one needs to come first. So we will go with what feels right.
Okay, right. So for this session, when we started doing all of this, I was guided to bring to my desk my my spirit quartz. I was given this gift by my lovely daughter. I've got to pull it back for you to see it. And you see the spirit quartz, it looks quite magical. It's got all those little cracks and crevices and peaks and colors in it. And it's quite magical. I wish you could see more of it. And I've looked online and it gives me exactly it looks very much like the one I have. And so it looks like it's got citrine in it. It looks like it's got this light lilac-y amethyst in it. Very beautiful, very magical. I read that you should not inhale this because the dust particles could go into your nose and can cause some congestion. So please do not inhale your spirit. Don't put it close to your nose or your mouth. There are conflicting issues about whether you can wash it or not, whether you can immerse it in water or not. I'll tell you, I immersed mine in water and salt, and it's still okay. All right, so that's my experience. I'm not saying anybody else is going to have that experience. Right, so that's spirit quartz, and it is going together with today's card, which is very interesting. I didn't know. I just found out in the last 10-15 minutes what spirit quartz is used for. And then the card that we've got for today. And by the way, today we're reading from Beyond Lemuria Oracle Cards by Izzy. It's mesmerized me, taken me by storm in a good way, because I'm really loving this card and these books. These cards and this book. Now, why are we talking about? Why are we bringing in the spirit quartz, and why is it aligning with this book and the cards? Last night, I pulled some cards before going to bed because I thought, I'm just going to sit there and just tune in, and I'm going to pull some cards. I got 2 cards out of this, and today for this session, we're going to use one of them. This is the card, and because I was guided back to the crystal, I believe that this is matching the crystal. Now, the card that is for today is the number 18 card in here. And just bear with me for a second. The card is a number 18 card, and it is called Alignment.
Nice.
So that's really interesting because I pulled that card. If you can see alignment, and I'm sorry, I should have probably put it up on the screen for you. I will remember to do the next one, okay? So it's a bit late now, but look it up online in the Beyond Lemuria Oracle Cards deck and look at your number 18 card, which is alignment. Right. Remember, number 18 also comes to, if you add 1 and 8, it gives you 9. Think about what the symbol 9 means for you in terms of your angel numbers, etc. Right. Very good. Coming back to the quartz now, I'm going to read about the quartz. I'm reading courtesy of Google, by the way, just telling you about that because it's not my information. And I'm reading from a website called crystalvaults.com. In the metaphysical world, spirit quartz is a crystal of harmony and alignment. Now you see why we needed to have, it matches the alignment card. It takes all the crystal energies of the main stone and amplifies them over and over again in all the tiny points each reflecting light back and forth to one another so all can bathe in the combined radiance of the whole. Do you know, it's such an expression of us, of the collective and humanity and all the creatures on this planet. Think about that. If we all worked with harmony, how aligned we'd be. And if we worked from the highest source, because that is what we reflect, right? Source reflecting itself is us reflecting to source itself, the God self, the God you. And imagine how amazing that would be. There would be harmony and there would be alignment. That is the world we're wanting to create in this time and space. We're wanting the completion of that we came to complete here in this lifetime, right? So this, I hope, will find you feeling encouraged. Okay, I'll put down the spirit quotes. Let's read from the book. The number 18 card, alignments. And again, interesting, another week and a word like integrity comes back into it, all right? This is what it says. Inner integrity, authentic self, right? Inner integrity, being a vibrational match for what you want to bring into your life, manifesting from a place of love over fear. Energy flows where attention goes. Subconscious sabotage, seamlessly actualizing our dreams. Right. We all have the ability to manifest the life we wish to call in. However, we may find our desires are not actualizing as we hoped. A lot of us are experiencing that at the moment. So, energy goes where attention flows. And if our thoughts and focus fixate on something that opposes what we want to bring into our lives, this will cause dissonance. Is there an internal sabotage? Are we, without realizing, undermining ourselves through our language, our worries, and the broken records that play in our minds? Interesting. To bring something to your life, become the vibrational match for it. Imagine what it feels like to already have what you desire and cultivate that feeling. This is the key to powerful manifesting. Preparing ourselves and our environment as if what we are manifesting is a certainty also creates a shift in our thinking. When we want and strive for something, we create more wanting and striving. When we immerse ourselves in what it is likely to already, in what it is like to already have something, we will be in the perfect vibration to receive it. Also, I'll read it again. Also, consider whether you are choosing to manifest something from fear or love. Unfortunately, if our wants are driven by or born out of fear, we will amplify this. When our heart motivates our desires, whatever we manifest is aligned with love. So, the divine meaning, look at where your desires and manifestations are being seeded. If your plans or dreams aren't unfolding as you would like them to, it's time to take a deeper look at other areas in your life. Is something out of step with integrity? Are you making decisions through fear or love? If it is through fear or avoidance, your manifestations may seemingly backfire to encourage experiences that will bring you back into balance. It is time to become a vibrational match to what you are seeking instead of striving harder for something. Cultivate the feeling of already having all you seek. You'll be surprised at what this shift in perspective creates. Alignment card.
Now, Rose, I've got to be honest.
Yep.
It sounds so much easier said than done, right?
I want to say,
and
yeah, go on. Sorry.
When I was beginning my spiritual journey, I was trying to do all of that and it still wasn't happening. and it wasn't happening, and it bloody wasn't happening. So I think the key is to try and find a vehicle that can help you do that. Take your power into your own hand and try and work on yourself and try and find what makes your heart sing, what is the easy way, really? What is the easy way? Don't put so much pressure on yourself to try and come to the end goal, because that in itself is a block, right? I think wherever you stand, if you are at the beginning of your journey and you feel quite frustrated, try and see what is easy for you. What's easy? Follow that and see if new doors are opening up. And then you can start reflecting on where you're not being aligned. But if it's like a too big a thing, you've got to break it down and just go with the flow and what's easy. Where do we go? Where is nothing in my way? And then from then on, it will unfold.
Right.
But that is the journey, and sometimes you need to find others to help you with it.
Right. You finished what you were saying, and I add to this. I so agree with you, Claudia. Manifestations, man. Oh my gosh. Have I had to work hard at them?
Also, what I have learned through
Yes.
my work that I am doing is that some people, all of us, have got soul specializations that our soul uses to transition through the dimensions. So when we're born, when we die, this is a skill set that we have worked on for lifetimes. And we can use that in our current life. And for some people, that is intention setting. And they get results like that. That is not everybody.
That's
Everyone
not me.
has another. It's not me either. So for some people, that is effortless and they've got it and it works. And that's beautiful. But that is not for everyone. It doesn't mean you can't get there. It just means it may take a little bit longer. And you need to, like what Rose was saying, have come from a loving perspective and really visualize what you want to achieve with your intention, where you want to go. Yeah.
Right.
So we're all different, and for some it's easy, and for others, it's part of the journey. And they're good at other things. We're all good at some things. We just need to find what it is.
Yes. So I will say this. I love that you said that, Claudia. Because at the end of the day, normally if somebody read that to me, I would have said, just go away. Stop talking to me. That would be my thing. I'll be like, just, you don't even know the half of you don't even know a quarter of what I've had to go through, my friend. So, however,
Yeah.
remember that alignment is the message in this.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of the word manifesting. For me, my challenge in manifestations is in areas that are quite material. I can manifest for you. I can manifest for everybody else. I can manifest for my cat. I can manifest for my dog. I can manifest for somebody I don't know that I just met on the street. Myself, that's been my journey. And what I want to say to that is, remember, you have the soul contract. And when we talk, all I can say is it's taking the journey. Also, what I want to say about this is, and I stand here solely for myself when I'm about to say what I'm about to say. My journey happened the way it did because that's the way I learn. It's got to get really tough for me to start waking up, apparently. Okay. My guides tell me this. They even told me that last week. So I was like, what? No, we had to do this. It had to go like that because. Now, every one of us, we don't even know what number of lifetime we're having here on the planet, right? What we do know is we're taking the journey. Now, we talked last week. We talked last week about. I just got distracted. Sorry. Yeah, we talked last week about. And sorry, I'll come back to that because I just can't remember it.
I'm tired.
So the alignments. Coming back to the alignment, we talked about. You know,
Authenticity. That was it. The truth.
Authenticity. We
Sorry.
talked about. That's all right. And we talked about integrity, right?
Yes.
And I think at the end of the day, whilst this is a collective journey, a collective experience, it's also a very individualistic, private experience. And so for whatever reason, this transformation is happening with everything coming to us from all angles, from all of those things. And you'll find that some things you are excelling in, and other things you may not be. We're talking back now about manifestation. Alignment again is as above, so below. You know, just I'm bringing that as above, so below thing, right? So think about the heavens aligning to the earth, things in the heavens aligning to the earth. And so I can't say too much about the manifestation things because I know that you heard the manifestation and I'm so with you on this. You said exactly my thoughts. When people come and talk to me about manifestations and I look at other people and I think, oh gosh, what am I not doing here? You know, but it's again breaking down programming we have. I've got to say that I'm sorry. It's probably you don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. But you know, it's all that programming, right? That it's breaking down. It's also really bringing us to the authentic self. Manifestations in this process, you are finding you, the authentic you, the real you. What will you do? How will you do that? And so I can't say more about that other than we're all taking the journey. But the alignment process for me was very, very good in terms of what we mean. And I'll go back to the book again. The alignment in terms of integrity, manifesting from a place of love. And if you think I don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know what you're going through, I want to say I really, really do. It's tough. I cannot talk about here because it's really private to me. But I look at other people. I'll use an example. I look at other people and they have these amazing love relationships. And, you know, they have these amazing, they've been married for these years. They've got this amazing husband. And I think, what happened here, Rose? You know, I've had 2 marriages and I think, what has happened that I cannot do that relationship thing? I cannot manifest this amazing husband. But if I look at myself really deep within me, I don't know if I really like having a husband. You know,
and the compromise that come with it, right?
Oh, please, I'm so uncompromising. You know, I'm a free spirit, let me be. And I don't say free spirit as in like, I just want to go off and be with different men. I don't, that is so far from that. I've had a lot of boyfriends. My mother will tell you that that's one of the things, her, you know, pet peeves with me. She's had a lot of boyfriends. But the point I'm making about it is that if I really, really had to look within myself and think, what do I like about my life? I love my being on my own. I really, really love it. And so I think all this time that I've been looking at myself as an imperfect person because I don't have that amazing husband or I don't have that relationship. And that you know, I look around me and I see people have got 30 years of it, and I think, oh my gosh, no, sorry, can't be waking up next to this person for like 40 years of my life. How freaking boring is that? So sorry. I'm really okay. I've had to take that journey of you're not manifesting that because really
you don't want it. Yeah, it's not aligned. Simple as that.
The programming my mother has tried to put into me, like marry that man and stay married to him for 50 years, lady, does not work for me anymore. I mean, it wasn't working, and I was trying to live something else that was not mine. All right. So at the end of the day, for a long time, I did try to manifest husbands, and yeah, okay, 2 times, and I'm okay not to do it again. That doesn't mean I won't have a relationship. If the one that comes along and I feel really connected to that person, and I feel such a strong pull to somebody, which I've had since, the second marriage and all of that, not well, since us divorcing, and then eventually he passed on, and that was another experience altogether. But again, that too was meant to happen in my world. And so yeah, I had two very significant, no, sorry, one really significant relationship with a soulmate. And then after like 7 years, I had another one now, connection. But like, I've taken that journey, and who knows, there'll probably be more of these connections. They're not necessarily all going to end up with husband material or long relationship. They may just move on. Like, the last one, nothing happened. We were friends, but nothing happened, and we've just moved on with our lives, and we talk now and then, and that's okay. So yeah, sorry, I did digress from the manifestation, because there's other manifestation stories that I cannot tell you about, but that one I could tell you about.
Thank you. Thanks for your honesty, Rose. And I think that's exactly what you're saying, the more true we are to ourselves and listening to that inner voice of what's actually good for us, and not what our parents are thinking, our society's thinking, community's thinking, the more honest and true we are to ourselves, the more aligned we are. And then things do fall into place pretty quickly.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah, they do. And I've had to go through this, and I'll say this because I feel guided to say this right now. I realize we mean to be doing these in specific timeframes, but I want to say this. I come from a community that did not look upon divorced women in a very kind way. And when I got divorced, when I was divorcing my daughter's father, my first marriage, I was pregnant and I was getting divorced. And that is not a thing anyone takes lightly, to say, I'm pregnant, but you know what? I just cannot bring a child into a relationship where it's actually not going to work out for the benefit of the child. As it's not working out for my benefit, but I'm not bringing a child into this relationship where there's all sorts of stuff going on that is not okay for the child. Because I didn't envision that for my child. I envisioned a life for any child I'd have with peace, tranquility, a happy, stable, calm home, family home. I wanted that, and that's what I wanted to have for my children. So in my society, I had women, I was Christian and I was going to church. I had women in church shunning me because they didn't want me anywhere near their husbands. Again, this was the house of God, where the widows and the orphans needed to be able to take refuge. I had ministers asking me questions like, so what did you do wrong that your husband divorced you? I had one say to me, I don't think you should ever think about remarrying or another relationship, because that's not what you're allowed. Because the theme is that woman, if a divorced woman remarries, she is committing adultery. Okay, that is the theme in that's written in the New Testament about divorce and marriage. And my question would also be, well, okay, so what about men? Why are they absolved from this? All right, because it takes two to make something fail. It takes two that are physically there. I'm going to say physically there because there's also all our guides and all of that help us to go through life. Okay, but in the physical third dimensional self, we'll talk about those people because I was very third dimensional then too. So I feel like I had my mother saying to me, we've never had divorce in the family, and you will be the first one to bring it in. And I had to remind her, but I have two uncles that were married according to Indian rites, and they separated from their wives. They didn't call it divorce because it was a customary marriage. So just remember, I was the pioneer in my family for divorce, as in the word divorce. You can imagine what fire I came under for that. And I had to be really, really sure that I was taking that step and being true to my authentic self, to the voice within me, to take that step and take the journey to cross over to this side. I have never once regretted my choice to do that, because I know, as I know that that was the right thing. Now, that is one of my experiences where, where I had to be my authentic self and be shunned by society because I knew that I had to do that for myself. Okay. Now, some people watching this or listening to this may think they can't identify with that because most Western worlds do not have this issue with divorced people. We don't have that, but I come from a different world. I come from the other side that divorce was an issue. And where I could have gotten solace, I was shunned. I also want to say, just to answer the minister's question, my ex-husband didn't divorce me, I divorced him. That was my answer to the minister. And I said, and if you want to know why I divorced him, go check in with him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very pro-male. It's a very pro-male thing. But I laugh because I say this because I have done this. And, after me, there's been a lot of divorced people in the family. I'm sorry, people. I don't mean to be the example, but I didn't mean to. And normally in the Indian community, you are teaching these other people bad ways. So, okay, right. Let's stop now.
It's interesting. It is interesting. And it's still like that with a lot of restrictions that people are now waking up to being okay to breach. But it does take so much courage, so much energy, and the trust that you will find new community and new friends.
Always. And you know what?
Because it is very lonely to take that initial step.
It is.
Unless you have people coming with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had very little of, if not no people at sometimes, but I am here because I had all those people that you don't see with the naked eye around me, right? Okay, shall we carry on with our language then? I gave a little bit of myself, but I wanted to always have the opportunity one day to say that, to encourage somebody out there who is going through something like that. And I believe that is why it has just come out in this one. I could tell you, like I said, I could tell you so many manifestation stories, even currently in my life, that I have challenges with. But this is the one that came out today because it was intended. Let's do some language, everybody. Okay. Who knows what's going to happen today with our language? Gosh, everything. These last few weeks, everything's been happening we don't expect. Kila kalamale lakushe namaha. Okay, I've got to put my button on there. I put my button on there. Great. Om Kufanetele O Kaili Jilemei O Ilamai O Nahi O Ai Kolayam Iulahi kashe tama kola mai kola mai kalama kilo na kefe to ho akela iawae o na fela toe ale kamai chokola mai tomolo tomolo lama sika lama hi no kotofai I kola mai talake Ido da 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 va ve do do ma je ja jora I la ko na ye ko na hi ma ko na he kola mai no ko na ma Kesala bakutana na kalaina mai fishla kalemo luva kalege to pala kreke to vatai kera san ko na mai to tai la kata point ko ka tai to ela kacho kena mato poro kata peke ta mai ke ta mo kuta mai kara ke ta ira baba le baba he ola ka fai na se to Ikoro maka savarano takarena Claudia loko sa fahina kero Isko
Thank you, Rose. Feels a bit heavy to me. What are you feeling?
It was I'll say my words then if you asking me that. Lekamasa polo kanashta parikaro. I know this card is about alignment. And it's about alignment. Equalify tom naklafarainakuro. But it's about healing. Keta root chakra malaka fasinakura tabakata. Just felt the root chakra really. I felt on my root chakra as I finished the language. It is not for nothing that I spoke my story. Lama kasha lama kofalane kata. And also, there is healing that's going out today through this channel. There are many, I am reminded there are many women, there are many people, there are many men. I say this because I think lama safanakade. We have been programmed in a certain way to bring out certain things. For example, I use my experience of marriage and divorce. And there's a lot of hurt and healing going on. There's a lot of hurt, but there's a lot of healing that we're going to bring in today into this one. Because the programming that we have been fashioned with, and this is where we need the collective to be thinking about, why do I feel failed? If look at my it's gonna maklapa kano da denamo kofa lekit of lakana most of rekere on domarakatana state this state of things, especially in terms of relationships that failed, wealth creation failing, last katapona, it's programming. We are acting out the karma through these different experiences. Right. In the process, we have had things come out. Remember, there's children involved in these relationships. I'm feeling lokoma the children. I'm asking to say this easier, to find the words to explain what's coming to mind. So, in my experience as a mother, I took huge responsibility. I did everything to protect my child, that no harm would come to her in any way. Because we adults make decisions. And so I did my best. I did all of that. And I have succeeded amazingly well to keep her from those harms that could come to a child in an experience of separation of parents. I have seen this, and I speak very specifically to for my community, as in the Indian community that I grew up in, where a woman might be separated and she might have a child. The husband that follows is not very kind to the child of the previous marriage. All of this is programming, because men and women are programmed in our community back then. I don't know if it happens in others. I'm sure it does, but I don't know if to the same degree. If it's somebody else's child, you can't treat it like your own. You should be the wicked stepfather or wicked stepmother. Programming. And we're only using this example, but we're programmed in so many ways. It is the example that I brought in, and this is the reason what, and I'm just using examples of them. So we're going to clear this thing, and it's coming from the root chakra. It's all those things that are in the root chakra that's ingrained in there. The base is programmed. Lokna. I spoke to somebody last week. I did an interview with somebody on radio last week. One of the things she talked about and she cleared was the base chakra. And then she says an important thing to remember when you're doing your base chakra clearing, to align with the soul star chakra. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. To align with your earth star chakra. Because when you can ground yourself to Mother Earth, do the clearings of the lower chakras rather than the higher ones. Because alignment, again, you can align with the higher chakras because we're doing constant meditation and all of that, and then takes us up into the space and sort of keeps us there. But it is best, you can balance out your chakras. You can have them aligned with as above, so below, basically with making sure that you're grounding, you're grounded. And when you're grounding, it's not just the base chakra that you ground, that you clear, and that you make sure it's spinning on its axis, ground it and align it to the soul, I keep saying soul star, the earth star chakra. Because when you do that, you can then line up to your higher chakras. And of course, the soul star is the gateway to the higher realms. That's a tool. Okay, carry on. Oh,
I think you're very right. Because if we're not properly anchored and secure in the earth, we can't stand firm and stand in our power at all because we're not connected. It's very important to have those 2 points of connection, and then you can align feeling safe and secure in both ways.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anybody here? Anybody you giving us messages, channeling?
I've got a sore back. There's like a whole lot of weight there from all these beliefs, and
so clear it then.
I think it's all around beliefs that are being passed through the generations and that we resonate with, and we still carry them, and we still look at people in a certain way. Like what you were saying, being shunned, or the children, that's not my child, so I don't have to treat it the same way. This is all old beliefs, and there will also be karmic patterns between all of those involved. It's not, there's two things coming into play. Everyone's personal karmic blocks, but also ancestral stuff being passed down through the generations. Yeah. And both are equally holding us back. If we don't become aware of what it is that we are thinking, our thoughts, our beliefs. Is this actually still correct?
Okay, so how about you? Can we ask if there isn't, if I don't know, can we ask for you to do a clearing for us, the collective, for this?
Okay. Big ask, Rose.
It's a big ask, but I feel like that's the necessary thing for this that's happened just now, and especially that you're feeling all the energies of that in your back. So maybe a generic thing that we could say would be, I don't know, it's up to you. But I just got this thing. This is where your skills come in here.
What I feel I want to be doing is raising everyone's vibration, raising everyone's energy. So if you could all just join me in taking deep breaths and really focusing on the essence of ourselves. So take a deep breath. Hold it and release it slowly. Repeat it again and take a deep breath. Hold it and release it. And for the last time, another deep breath. Fill your lungs, fill your belly. Hold it and release it. And now we do want to connect, being firmly grounded in the earth. So we see roots growing out of the soles of our feet down through our Earth Star chakra, all the way through all the different energy layers of Mother Earth, right into her core, seeing the crystalline grid in front of us, connecting with it, and feeling Earth's warm energy coming to greet us, rising up through the roots, flowing gently and steadily all the way back up through our Earth Star chakras into the soles of our feet, filling our whole energy bodies and physical body with her love and warmth and support and acceptance and non-judgment, holding us, give us the security that we need, the base from which we need to operate to be in alignment. See the energy as a tree trunk holding you firm and connected with roots that go so deep that nothing can throw you over. You're strong, you're firmly connected, always there receiving all the love and support and nutrition that you need, no matter what is happening around you. Now we rise up through the tree, all our physical bodies. Keep rising up and invite, we're all inviting the 100% pure divine light from our original homes that creates the counterbalance to Earth's energy. And we see this pure divine light coming down, all the way down through our higher chakras, through our soul star chakra into our crown, filling our physical body and all our energy bodies around us with 100% pure divine light. The clarity, the wisdom, and the strength. Receiving this mingling with the strength of the earth, the support of the earth. So we are strong, grounded, held from above and below. Feel this alignment within yourself, the strength, your backbone, the trunk of the tree. Feel the strength within you. How singular you are. How individual you are. Even in a forest full of trees, you are an individual. You need to get the nutrition that is right for you. You need to face the sun in the way that is right for you. With that, I mean the wisdom from the universe, the light codes. You will interpret them in your own way, and so will every tree around you in their own way. There cannot be a belief that brushes everyone over the same comb, because you all stand at different angles facing the light. You all grow in different conditions. Some are on the rocky cliffs, others are in the swamp. You all come from very different backgrounds. None of you is the same. You cannot judge others. You cannot expect that your belief matches their situation. Question your beliefs. Question how you view community, how you view family, how you view belonging. Always feeling firmly supported and rooted in your own individual self, just like everyone around you. There can be nothing that is the same for everyone. Rid yourself of that notion. These are beliefs that no longer carry truth. You need to align yourself between the heaven and the earth, your own connection, feeling the love, support, and strength flowing through you. From this base, you can share your love, support, and strength with those around you. But much as your root system is individual to you, it is the same for those around you. Share your truth, but don't expect the other person to take exactly the same course of action that you are doing, because they have come from a very different background. The overriding truth is everyone is connected to the earth, everyone is connected to the divine. Everyone must find their own alignment between those two poles. The earth is here to help every individual, provide them with whatever they need and their individual needs. It is a give and take from both ends. You can always rely on the full support of your root system, your base. The earth is also helping clear beliefs that each individual holds in their earth star chakras, for they are embedded in the earth. She is here to help us clear and cleanse beliefs that no longer align with reality as it is now. I would like to invite Mother Earth to help us with this process right now for each and every one of us. Clear and cleanse all the fear, all the non-attachment, all the anxiety, all the blame, all the disempowerment, heaviness. Clear and cleanse it from each of our Earth Star chakras. I ask this to be done right here, right now. Clear and cleanse all the old programmings passed down through generations, through our ancestral lines, and also through our own karmic memories, karmic history through our own soul's past lives. Clear and cleanse all those old programmings that no longer serve us, that are holding us back from accessing the full strength and support from Mother Earth, from accessing the base, the origin from which we need to align, the one pole that we can always rely on. I'm asking for a clear connection to be able to receive her full support. Now, my feet are tingling, Rose. What about you? I would like us, each of us, to focus on our Earth Star chakra. Focus on the point below your feet, anchored in the earth, and see light emanating, clearing and cleansing anything that no longer serves you. Breathe deeply while you go through this process. Imagine an underground river clearing and cleansing your root, your Earth Star chakra, providing fresh supply to your root chakra and the chakras above. Ice cold, clearing and cleansing. I was surprised with the word ice cold because I thought it was warmer in the earth. But the answer is it's meant to shock you. It's meant to shock you into shaking up your old beliefs and really questioning, is this still true for me or not? Once you can see the truth of it, it will all warm up. And be as perfect as you need it. If you feel you need to, you can revisit this process at any time and keep cleansing out if a new belief pops in your mind of how you used to look at things, but how you now know it no longer can be viewed. Revisit this process. Visualize your Earth Star chakra. Ask Mother Earth to help you cleanse and clear anything that no longer serves. She is always willing to help at any point. Form a relationship with her, for she is here to hold you and support you. You can ask her at any time. If your Earth Star chakra is clean and cleansed, all the other chakras, the trunk of the tree, can stand firm and tall. There will be no deformities, for you have got a secure base and you can rise proud and strong, standing tall in the knowledge that you don't take things for granted. You are working on yourself and you are courageous to continue this process, always knowing that the earth and the divine light are always there to hold you. You are always safe. You are always secure. No matter what you decide, no matter what you know your alignment looks like, you are always safe, for you are firmly anchored. I thank the earth and all the beings that have helped in this cleansing process. I can still feel the energy going, so I would like to ask that the healing process will continue for each one of us in our times of rest. And that we'll still reap the benefits of this amazing healing that has been provided by Mother Earth herself, as well as source energy from the divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, you asked me a question. I was answering you, but I didn't realize I was on mute. So,
Did you feel anything, Rose? Tell me.
yes,
What did you
absolutely.
feel?
So I really felt initially I felt this energy around my, you know how we were doing going down into the earth star chakra. I could feel the energy of that. I could feel I was there in the crystalline grid, all of that. But when you asked me, I felt a lot of energy around my heart, like my upper heart chakra. And there was just like this heat going on in there. And so perhaps that's what I need, my heart space is where I need grounding. And, given that just to make light of it, what I said about relationships, like, gosh, maybe that's what I needed. But I'm just kidding. But, so I felt a lot of energy on my back, going down my back, heat going down my back. I did feel tingling in my feet. So I want to, just say, encourage people to drink water, take it easy with yourself after this. This is what we purposed, what we thought was going to happen, and what actually happened was very different. I like that we are fulfilling the purposes of what we're meant to be doing. It's
it's nice to just go with whatever needs to come out and whatever whoever's watching this at that time needs to hear.
And whenever they watch it, it's going to be relevant.
The same for us, right? We need to hear this too. We need to learn this too.
And yeah.
Wow. I thought that was quite big, actually. That's what it felt like. It
was very big. And I'm still feeling now the back of just below my my neck, and sort of feeding into my chest, there where my thymus gland is.
Yeah.
Ah, right. All right, everybody. Claudia, anything else you want to say?
I think I just need to sit quietly and process.
We definitely need to process, sit quietly and process. So we'll,
But I did like, I said before I had a sore back, and I think it was a symbol for not being properly aligned, not standing properly grounded, because then your back takes on funny shapes, right?
Yeah.
And if you are firmly grounded, firmly cleared feel so safe and secure in that Earth Star chakra.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
the base.
Yeah. And, it's not just the root chakra anymore. It's making sure that you are connecting your roots to the earth. And, and you do that, that's the chakra, the Earth Star chakra is below your feet. If we're all having this Kundalini awakening together, then earthing is very important. And look, I don't have it pinned down, the earthing thing. I need to do more of it. And I'm going through a process of really asking myself, or putting practices in place for my daily practice, where I do that stuff, put my money where my mouth is, so to speak of. Do it. Also, I'll keep being reminded to say, the awakening journey we're all on. Some of us that started the awakening process 10 years ago, well, we've always been awakening, but that distinct thing that we remember 10 years ago, for example, after 2012, and all of that happened in 2013, because a lot of us started to have these weird things going on in our bodies, for example, that suddenly started the awakening process. Because a lot of people are still awakening at the moment, we're not necessarily going to go through the process we went through, or it's not going to, you know, I can tell you my experience, you can tell me your experience, but people where we are right now, remember that the energies are so much stronger. There is so much more light down here because of the work of all that we have been doing with the universe and with all the guides and with the angelic realm, with all of them, that it's going to make this awakening process easier. Those of us that are awakening now, you know, those of us that are starting to just come into it, some of those things are going to be short-circuited because of the work that the others have been doing to bring us all here. Because more light coming down is because of the work of us. And that's not being conceited. It's saying those people that started their awakening process, they started awakening for themselves, but and then inadvertently we started awakening. That awakening we were doing personally started to affect the collective because more of us were awakening, more light was coming down. And now the universe is just constantly giving us more lights and more codes are coming down. So if your awakening process is going to be fast, is because the light is different now than it was when we were awakening. A lot of us were pioneers for what's happening now. But that's what our agreement was. So, you know?
Yeah.
Just to say that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We'll catch you next time here on the Great Awakening Generator. Bye-bye. Claudia's gone. I don't know where she's gone to, but before anything, she just cut out. So must be internet problem. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.